Hello and welcome back to Mecha Pigs, Revenge of the Oink Squad.
It fell onto his hands and they eroded in front of me. To stumps. To stumps. Next time we will use an equal mix of infusion vitae and orgone disperser. No, just take him out. You can dump him in the river for all I care.
Well, now there's fog. That pig encounter was definitely scripted. Inflamed it is, burning it does, bleeding from each hole, fore and aft, leaking down my legs. Blood and excrement. My lungs are in my vomit. I pass clots of my organs now on to the filthy stone. Drink this, he says, and I did drink it, and I did do that. Because of the changes. They ripple inner me. My teeth sneeze out and scatter like mice in the dark. I cannot find them all, gathered what I can, push them back into my gray gums with my fingers, but the nails are all weepy and falling out. Drink it, he says. It'll help the running of the fever, because not us all can take the change. On the other table, a beast under a blanket. I never wanted to see under that, but he drank it too. He passed it under the blanket, and I heard it drink. Dear God Almighty, how can a man shit so much blood and still live? The end of that's the real winner of that passage. Yeah, well written though, this game. Properly spooky. That's for sure. Let's go get myself a canister. Which one is this? I cannot see. I thought I had an extra canister in here. Maybe I just need to send myself some canisters from over here. This is where I ran into Pigman, though. I thought I got through this. Where are the canisters? So this is definitely where I met Pigman over here. I don't know quite where I found the canisters. Okay, this is where I woke up from Pigman. Definitely a little confused about the geography here. So that's where I woke up from Pigman. There should be... okay. Ah! Fuck me. I'm running. I was running. No? Did I already send it? Pigman's definitely gonna come after me. Jesus Christ. Okay. OMD. BV. I think those are the two things I need. Yeah. So those are the two things I need. How do I get this machine to start? I have the compound. It hisses and steams in its container like some living thing, a witch's jelly to burn and corrode. The container is made from glass, a strange choice unless there is some particular reason why the metal that pervades everywhere else cannot be brought into contact. Okay. Yes. Oop, whoa. I'm glad that didn't break. Alright. A locksmithing we will go. The fuck was that? The lock's all covered with gunk now. Did I do it wrong? I have the two parts. Can I get more? No. can't go back into the tunnels. That has to be it, I guess. Unless I had to go in through here, which would be scary. No? Okay. There's some kind of slime on it. It didn't seem to be... Oh yeah, it needs a charge. Or maybe it needs a charge? I wonder if I could have brought that frog back to life with this stuff. It needs to be smashed. There we go. Yay.
Down here, Daddy. Faster, faster.
This leaking world, and the rhododendrons seem to be taking over the garden by the wall. I could dig them for you. No, no, get out. Get out of this house. You leave them be.
Isn't it dangerous allowing this filthy discharge to collect so close to the core?
We can use the flow to drive the turbines. There will always be a torrent of excreta flooding through these tunnels. We can use this to supplement the steam production and ensure constancy.
Dear God, the stench! This fecal matter is the true product of the age.
My mysterious friend is correct. The sewers are indeed flooded. To descend further, I will have to find the local sluice pumps to drop the water levels. The smell is almost unbearable. It makes me gag. Why should the saboteur have flooded the tunnels, though? What did he hope to achieve? Good question. Naturally, once bled, the product must be scalded, dehaired, and scraped, ready for gambrolling and evisceration. For this, we pass them through the stream reservoir, which is kept at a constant temperature by passing excess high-pressure venting from the engines via the boiler and series of large copper pipes into a stone chamber just below the workhouse. At the center of the machine, there is a component that must be kept at a consistently low temperature, which controls operation of the processing of product throughout the system. Alongside this, refrigeration is of the utmost importance in retaining product quality, and this also requires heat to be removed from certain areas of the machine. Two problems are therefore combined into a single solution: the removal of heat from some areas and requirements for increased heat in others. Conducting panels draw heat using the principles of convection regulated by the boiler and sending freezing air along one of the pipes in one direction and superheated vapors in another. And skeleton. YOLO! Oh. Could not jump into the big ship. Can't say I'm super sad about that. Yeah, it would have been fun. Ugh. That scene in Beyond the Thunderdome, Master Blaster. Not cheat, fuel. Can't it be both Master Blaster? There's always gonna be a pig man. Sure as the sun rises in the east, there's always gonna be a pig man. What is splashing around in there? Are they doing the invisible water monster from Amnesia again? So this time it's an invisible shit monster. I'll give them, that's a little bit more creepy. Shit is creepier than water, makers of Amnesia. This much I agree with. Several of the older forms have breached their containment area and escaped into the sewers. They remind me of my limitations. This is no Chelm, and I am no Eliu? At least not quite yet. It is the heat generated from keeping the doorway between open that is to blame. We cannot simply pack them about with coolant as we do at the center where the doorway is. The later versions are kept safe by the freezing temperature of those two towers. Up here, where the air is hot and fetid, they become overheated, and their duality tears them asunder, as the other place flies from their cells and their vitae splinters. They live sporadically, torn from one world to the other and back again in violent, unpredictable bursts. For a few seconds, they are creatures of this world, then they are torn away to cease to have physical form. This vicious ripping back and forth between worlds has driven them quite insane. I have ordered the affected areas sealed and will not allow my loyal workers to enter. These are damned places now, the abode of failed experiments, ghosts of fear, and spite. Yes, so there are shit demons of some kind. And I'm going to open up the way to get into the shit demons. This is the scariest part of Amnesia. So, let's see if it is the scariest part of A Machine for Pigs. Was this the sluice gate? I think so. That's a sluice gate. There is an invisible electricity monster in the shit. Oh, this is where I started. I somehow did not realize that. So I've opened up the gate between the two. I still don't seem to have access to anywhere quite new. Or unless I'm supposed to be going over here, probably near where the monster is. That makes sense. So definitely through Sluice Gate 1 here. odd.
But we can save them. We can set them free. We can replace a rotten old world with a clean new one. Mr. Landis, you sound every bit the fanatic. Well, how can I be otherwise, Professor? How can any man of ethics simply stand by and watch this world drown in its own excrement? And your engineer, this visionary with whom you have embarked upon this course, does he share your views? Indeed he does. Indeed he does. The poor fellow has seen it all before. Now, this is not the first great civilization he has wept for. And so you set about things immediately upon your return? Naturally. These things cannot be left to rot upon the tree. And sponsors were remarkably easy to find. I tell you, Professor, a trail of greed brings rich men to your door like pigs to truffles.
The engineer's probably Nyarlathotep. Just throwing that out there. Seen many great civilizations rise and fall. Engineering this kind of eldritch, amoral machinery. That's done it. Now I can enter the strange decontamination chamber once again and move onwards. The waters are pushed back, making the way to the bilge clear, where I can divert the remainder of this filthy torrent back into the times where it belongs and clear the path to the center of this machine. Poor river. Yeah, it's going to be just that easy. I expect no problems. If this is anything like the Amnesia scene with the invisible thing, I'm going to die like 1,000 times. So...
That's it, Papa. You're so near now.
Or maybe that's just foreshadowing for the next evil thing that's gonna come. We're gonna lower into that water. Seems like a good idea. Just lower myself into the demon shit full of electricity monsters and Nyarlathotepes and see how it works out. I always forget this thing is not actually an elevator. It's just like a little decontamination chamber. Hey guys. YOLO! Dear God, a whole nest of these foul creatures. No mind, my instincts have drawn me thus far, and I am sure somewhere in this dank complex is a means of further descent. I will not see their faces as they go about their dark business, and yet I watch them sleep and eat and play, and they are so very human, so very childlike. And I will not think of what I have seen, of the chairs and the cages, and I will not think of how such monsters may be sculpted. Is it weird, like kind of Silent Hill-esque, you get on a journey and then just this urge to just forever descend. Yeah, that's genuinely creepy. Way creepier than when they're actually chasing me. Go ahead. Hopefully that doesn't bite me in the ass, but All the monsters back there makes me feel a little bit like I should shut that door. Playing with blocks. Trying to stop them from breeding. No jump scares in any of those windows. That shows some remarkable restraint. And the disposal tube, which I assume is where I'm going at the end of this. Oh, or am I supposed to go down to the disposal tubes now? Maybe this is just an area where I just get to like kind of check out and see some of the secret society of Pigman. And if so, I don't want to be done exploring it yet. Yeah, I think that is where I need to go, but there's... Hello. Buddy. It's scary. The music playing in the background, like that calms them down. Super spooks. So, good job, Amnesia. It's probably a good place. I'll get to the next area and then maybe... Am I going on to some water here? Oh. I don't like that shaking. Don't like that symbol. There's lots not to like about this pipe situation here. Whole lot not to like. I'm pretty low. The bilge pump. Alright, well we're going to call it here. And we're going to pick up, and I'm probably going to cruise through this game today. So thanks for watching. I like that set piece with the pig village a whole lot. Like, that's my favorite thing in video games, is like little interesting environments like that. Yeah, so until next time, drink lots of water.